Rahul Kawal, our editor-at-large, is standing by in Vijayawada, where there have been fireworks celebrating Chandrababu Naidu's swearing in. Rahul, over to you.
Thanks, Pierre. Right behind us at the Acharya Nagarjuna University, the swearing-in ceremony of Chandrababu Naidu taking place. I want to show you the scenes over here because there are at least a couple of lakh people who've come in from all parts of Andhra Pradesh. Each MLA instructed to bring in a couple of thousand people, and they've all come in here. This place is chaotic. Beyond, it's hot, it's sultry, and people have come in. There's a big fireworks display taking place. I've got Headlines Today's editor South TS Sudhir with us. Sudhir, very different from what we saw when Telangana was born. Far more muted, far more reserved, but also very ostentatious and lavish.
Well, yes, in fact, there has been criticism about the way money has possibly been splurged, but very clearly some kind of a brand Andhra Pradesh attempting to be created, because Chandrababu Naidu believes that the outside impression is that Andhra Pradesh, after division, that is the 13 districts of Seemandhra, people are extremely dispirited, pessimistic about the future. This is an attempt to show that yes, they have the spirit to actually rebuild Andhra Pradesh from scratch, even though they have lost Hyderabad. And this is an attempt with this kind of 5 lakh people who are in attendance to see the swearing in ceremony of Chandrababu Naidu, is an attempt to say that brand Andhra Pradesh could actually be created from scratch.
Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Vasundhara Raje Scindia, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Rajnath Singh, Piyush Goyal, several of the top ministers of the NDA government were all on that special plane. I just want to show you the number of people that have gathered over here to participate in Chandrababu Naidu's swearing-in ceremony. A big display of might, and in that sense also very different from KCR. KCR wanted to keep the entire attention on himself, while Chandrababu Naidu has thrown one big party.
Well, yes, Chandrababu Naidu also realizes that he needs the funds from the center. He has invited a whole lot of industrialists who are in attendance today. He does realize that a lot of NRIs who actually come from the Seemandhra region should come back and invest in the districts where they come from, the villages they hail from. So it's an attempt to actually showcase Andhra Pradesh to the world. He didn't want to make it a very, very quiet affair. It would have earned him brownie points, because many people wouldn't have expected Chandrababu Naidu to indulge in this kind of splurging. But he has decided to do so because he wants to build Andhra Pradesh, build brand Andhra Pradesh. Many would argue, of course, this is building of brand Chandrababu Naidu, because you would have probably seen Vijayawada, Guntur, the entire stretch is plastered with Naidu hoardings. You wouldn't be able to stand anywhere and not see Chandrababu Naidu.
The whole place has been painted yellow. Absolutely. If Hyderabad was painted pink, then this place has been painted yellow. I want to call in Pratibha Raman, our colleague. She's looking at the logistical arrangements that have been made, Pratibha, and there are traffic jams going almost all the way up to the airport, and the airport's about 30-40 kilometers from here. Explain to our viewers the sort of arrangements that have been made, the logistical preparations that have gone into this big Babu is back party.
Right. In fact, this particular belt, it comes between Vijayawada and Guntur. And this particular region, if you actually look at the central podium, it is such a large podium, something that hasn't been seen before, because this podium can host at least about 1,000 VIPs. There is a separate podium that has been arranged just to have the cultural programs. And in fact, the TDP functionaries expected 5 lakh people, and that is what you see here, a grand manner, right from generators to the number of lights that have been put up. In fact, the number of coolers that have been bought in is something that the TDP functionaries did arrange for a very long time, and right since yesterday a substantial number of Seemandhra police force was deployed here. In fact, they are still here doing all the arrangements here, and 28 flights right from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. that have been organized especially to bring in all the guests over here. And in fact, life did come to a standstill in Vijayawada today.
Okay. The other key factor, of course, is attracting investment and getting money into Vijayawada. Vijayawada is a very big industrial town, a historic town. Now, are all those Andhra businessmen who've got massive business interests in Hyderabad willing to invest also in Vijayawada, in Guntur, in this new capital? Sudhir, what are the sort of preparations that are on? You went and looked at the preparations on for the building of the new capital. Have they come up with the name, and are all the Telugu businessmen who actually hail from the coastal Andhra Pradesh region excited about investing here because they've got big business interests in Hyderabad?
Well, they have big interest in Hyderabad, but they are scared of a couple of things. One, whether they will be allowed to work in peace in Telangana, because many of them are actually talking about already calls coming. How many Telangana labor do you have? How many Seemandhra labor do you have? So they are a little bit worried about what the future could actually hold for them in this kind of a scenario, and they may want to actually expand their businesses in the new state of Andhra Pradesh. So that's the spirit happening. Yes, apart from that, the major crucial factor will be how much of land would be required to build at least an administrative capital. Remember, this entire land is actually more of agricultural land, and the farmers may be reluctant to actually part with their agricultural land. There is forest land available, so
There been a land dash already with a lot of this land?
well, a lot of land has been picked up, and in fact, in the last 10 to 15 days, along the national highway, Vijayawada to Guntur, the price was 15 days back was going at about 5 crore per acre. Now it's at 9 crore per acre.
9 crores.
9 crore rupees per acre. When you go inside, it's at around 1 crore per acre. And even in Vijayawada, per square yard, it costs about 2 lakh rupees. You'll get it in Hyderabad for 70,000 rupees. So Vijayawada today is actually much more expensive, 3 times as expensive as Hyderabad. So that's the kind of real estate value, and they say that this is going to be extremely unrealistic to plan any development if this kind of real estate boom in splurge in prices is going to
A
happen.
lot of land sharks splurging and trying to get rich quickly. What we'll do right now is head into a break. Chandrababu Naidu is making a big speech here, setting out his vision, his agenda. While we were on the plane that brought us from Delhi to Vijayawada, we caught up with L.K. Advani. His first one-on-one interaction in possibly the longest time with anyone in the media. We also spoke to Murli Manohar Joshi and Vasundhara Raje Scindia. We'll get you that interview and we'll return live to Chandrababu Naidu's big swearing-in ceremony. This is a big party that Babu is throwing, an attempt being made to invoke Telugu pride. We return live to the Nagarjuna University. Behind and under those shamiyanas, BJP's senior leader from the South, Venkaiah Naidu, is currently addressing this big swearing-in ceremony. At least 5 lakh people have gathered over here to attend the big Babu is back party. On the way from Delhi to Vijayawada, we caught up with L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi and Vasundhara Raje Scindia on the plane that brought all the NDA leaders to Vijayawada. Rajnath Singh is currently speaking. Massive arrangements, massive logistical arrangements have been made for this swearing-in ceremony. The massive swearing-in ceremony of Chandrababu Naidu just gotten over. All the major leaders who've come in from different parts of the country now making speeches, promising the people of Seemandhra that they will help them develop this new state. And that's where we wrap up this special broadcast. A new state being created, a historic moment this, and of course there will be an element of competition between Telangana and Seemandhra to see who is able to benefit more from the split. The people of Telangana insisted on the split, they've had their split now. The people of Andhra Pradesh steely in their resolve to leave the acrimonious past behind and to move on and to rebuild their lives. And Headlines today will be reporting live from the ground, covering every development, every facet of this new emerging state. That's where we wrap up the special broadcast tonight.